Okay guys, so this is going to be the new norm. The way I'm going to set up this class is going to basically be, we're going to watch a video one day, so you're going to get the lesson one day, and then the next day you have to work on the assignment, and then we'll watch another video on Wednesday. You'll get an assignment for Thursday, and then Friday you'll get to finish up any assignments from the week. Okay, so basically 2 videos and 2 assignments per week. Unless that changes, that's going to be the format. So just watch the videos and do your best to do the assignments. If you have a question, you're welcome to email me. You're also, we're trying to set up a tutorials where you'll be able to log into Zoom and get on tutorials live with me through Zoom and ask your questions through that. Either way will work. If it's, most math questions generally are pretty quick. So if you do have a question, I can generally get it done through email. But if you need more help and you need me live, I can do it through Zoom. Either way will work. I will let y'all know through Google Classroom next week when our tutorials will be scheduled for. So you'll be able to do the Zoom thing for tutorials next week sometime. On the front of the work I've assigned, I've given you the shifting. We've seen this in every chapter that we've done now. This should be nothing new, okay? But this is a shifting of the cube function, okay? So as with all the other chapters, I'm going to change this to make it a little easier for y'all to understand. So you are going to basically change this minus sign to a plus, and you're going to change right here to left and left here to right. It just makes it easier to understand if that's a plus sign, I think. Okay? So let's change that to make it easier for y'all. All right, so the parent function x cubed looks like this. This is what the graph looks like. Okay? And we're basically just going to be shifting this graph around, either moving it up, left, right, down, and stretching and compressing it. Okay? And this is what you're going to keep referencing to understand what's going on here. As far as having a calculator, you guys are welcome to download Desmos while you're at home. There's other graphing calculators you can access. I don't really mind which one you use. They all are going to give you about the same abilities. I think Desmos is probably the best one. Most of y'all have used it before. But go ahead and download that calculator so that you have the ability to look at these graphs if you need to. Okay? So, let's look at a couple of the homework problems. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down and put the homework up so y'all, I can give you a couple of examples of the homework. So, if we look at this, we've got a bunch of graphs of x cubed moved around. Okay? So, the first one says y equals parentheses 2x cubed. Okay? So if you look at your sheet, the 2, that would be a b. So here, I'm going to show you right here. That 2, that's this one. See how it's bx cubed? And here, b is bigger than 1. So it's going to be horizontal compression. So if you look at this pictures, this one shifted to the right one, so that one can't be it. This one shifted down, okay? And this one shifted left, and this one's negative, so it's got to be one of these two. So which one looks like it's compressed horizontally? Well, this one looks more Y than this one, so it's got to be E. That make sense? Okay? It's all about looking at the graphs and determining what's happening. All right, what about this one? Well, this one's negative. So if it's negative, then it's going to flip the graph around like this, and the only one that's like that is that one. Okay, so all you're doing is matching and then giving me a short explanation of what it did. Okay? Not too bad. Okay, this one says, graph each function on the same set of axes as the parent function. Analyze how the intercepts change under the transformation. Well, you don't have to graph the problem on the paper. Just graph it on your calculator that you download. Okay? What is this transformation going to be? Well, if you look at your sheet, okay, I'm going to put this right here. And then I'm going to put this one where you can see the problem. Okay, so we have x plus 5 cubed. So if we look at this, is that going to be this one, this one, this one, or this one? Well, there's parentheses here. So that's going to be this one that has the parentheses. And it's plus 5. So remember, we changed this to a plus. Is 5 bigger or less than 0? Well, 5 is positive, so that's bigger than 0, so it's going to go left 5 units. So it's going to move left 5 units, and that's all you need to really tell me is what the transformation is. Okay? I don't mind so much about these intercepts. Right now, all I really want you to do, like we've done in every other chapter, is list the transformations. Okay? So same thing here. What would the transformation be there? Well, this minus 6 is not in the parentheses. So that's going to be this one. And minus 6 is definitely less than 0, negative 6, so then it's down 6 units. Okay? All right, let's look at a couple of these examples. Okay, so graph each function. Again, you can use your calculator for that. How does symmetry change under the transformation? Okay, what that's talking about is this has symmetry about this line right here, but it's asking you to explain what happens here. So basically just tell me what the transformation is, okay? And then how it's stretched or squeezed. That's all I really care about, okay? I really want y'all, mostly on these, to be graphing them, listing the transformations, okay? And understanding what these numbers are doing to the graphs, okay? So really it's about graphing them and listing the transformations so that I know you understand what's going on with this thing, okay? So again, I want you to list the transformations mainly. Okay. So on these last ones, again, list the transformations, all right? And try to do this without graphing, okay? And I want you to understand how, if the number is in here, and if the number is out here, how that affects the graph differently, okay? But again, it's mainly about describing the transformation and what the stretch or the compression is doing to the graph. Okay, so again, mainly I'm after writing out what the transformations are going to be. Okay, so again, I want you to list the transformations. And that's it for this one. Very simple assignment. All you have to do is go through, list out all the transformations, and then and graph them on a calculator to get a good feel for what the graphs are going to do. Okay? Any questions, please email me. Other than that, I'll see y'all at the next video.